So your name?
C'est trop mignon. Angelo.
Nico, we need 2 batteries, no? Thank you. Alles gut,
je sais pas. Ça m'a comme tout le monde, il a dit ça.
I change the button.
Okay, so let's start. I share my computer.
Huh?
I'm sharing my screen.
Baptiste. Yeah, but it doesn't look like you're sharing your screen. Yeah.
Yes, okay. So, this is a little bit improvised. So I'm going to show you the various tutorials that we have in the work project on VESPA. First, I want to show that so those are links that are linked to more information or support. I should have put I will put the email to the VESPA support also in the presentation that I will to do. So there are those 3 main places where you can find information on VESPA support. So the main wiki that I will show. Then there is a GitHub repository for the code. And then the Slack space that we can discuss. Shortly, from the network. There are two categories of tutorials in VESPA that we have been working on since for a year and a half now. So there are tutorials for data providers so that they can help them to implement services that are sharing for sharing data into so basically, as Stefan said this morning, what the main objective of VESPA is to share data products and propose a nice way to find data products with such material, and then display those data into standard tools very easy. So those are tutorials that can help you to set up the way to share your metadata catalog of products, and then there is a series of user tutorial on existing data that are there. So for you, it's probably the third one, the preventive tutorial that is the most adequate for this session, and I think that tomorrow Michael will be showing at this work. So I will not go into the details of that specific tutorial, which is more adaptive. So you can see that there are others on planetary atmosphere, planetary plasma, solar wind in the solar system. APIS is on planetary aurora, on exoplanets. So it shows the variety of the data that we have. So let me show you the website of VESPA, just to show you on what basis you can work on. So let me yes. So this is the main page of where we work on. So there is one announcement, there is the workshop. There are maybe a few things that if you go there that you can have a look to. So there is directly to the implementation of the data service. We have the list of science tasks that are there on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, more links on how to set up services, the linking that we are doing in the community, and the training, so this is the tutorial for users. And on the top right, you have this thing which is the VESPA issue, and this is something to once, maybe after a few days, when you have seen what could be done with the tutorial and everything, if you have ideas on data sets that you want that you'd like to see and to compare with existing data, this is a place where you can do that. I just show you. So you have a form, and then there is a series of people that have put some inputs on what kind of data they would like to see in the framework. So the data provider tutorials. So here, so this is the directive that we have. So as it was briefly mentioned by Michael, we are using the framework, the software framework to share the data, which is not the same as the one used in PISA. It's a framework developed by the Virtual Observatory people, in Heidelberg in Germany. And those people are quite responsive, and we are quite happy of the way it's working. And so we have a full set of tutorials if you really want to do something. Just take a look. You can have a look. If you have data you want to share there. And we have really a tutorial. Let me just show you briefly. Starting from scratch. So basically, you start with an empty virtual machine, and you configure it up to the end to share your data. So it's it proved to be quite successful when you try to do that. Then I will go to the user tutorials. So in the training section here. So we have the tutorials. So this is under, I would say, refurbishment by Angelo and colleagues in Toulouse. So we have old versions of the tutorials. Now we have new versions of them that are available here. So this is work in progress, but still you can try to work on it. Let me, I can show you one example. Which one is the best? If I'm going quick, the one you prefer to see.
I was just realizing that those links of
next time profile. So here, for instance, this is one of the tutorial, and you have a list of steps that are proposed with screenshots. So this is the basic tutorial, very most basic way of doing things. We have more detailed tutorials in other places. I think I will start with, I will try to do online the work with the title. So, let me go on the VESPA search interface.
It's like it was muted.
It's not the right screen there.
Because we stopped you stopped sharing, no?
I didn't do anything.
No?
No, I'm still sharing my screen. Oh no, it's reconnecting.
Yeah, it was just the Wi-Fi going down.
Ah, okay. Let's do it again.
Oh, we have 3 viewers.
You, me, and him.
Maybe you can stop it. Then-
Why? Because it's recorded.
Yeah, okay. Let's go back. Yes. Right. So here this is the main VESPA interface where you can search in all databases that are connected. If I just click on submit without putting any parameters, I get the list of all services that are available. So they are hopefully all in green because I didn't put any. There's only one. The two that are based on PDAP are not responding to that. So everything is in green. You can, if you go there, you will see the list of available services. I can go on the item service we were mentioning. So it's exactly the order. So it's here. Vertical profile of Titan here. You can't see anything here. You can see there is sort of short description, and if you click here on this little table icon, you get the list of results that you selected. Here I didn't put any parameter in the query. What you can see is that when I move my mouse here, there are little images that are appearing on the lower right-hand side. And so these are inputs of the data that are mandatory in the protocol. So when you share data, you have to share to put, so these are basic columns. What's the data profile? It's a profile, you put the image, a structure. There is the target name, there is item, start time and stop time, if there is an ISM.
Just trying something. Yeah.
Every download the data, and for each product, we really recommend to have a ticket, a small summary code, so that the user can see if there is data or if something interesting. So let's go back to the first page and look only for Titan data. And name is older. There, let's look for profile. Do you have a specific location you have in mind, Stefan?
Toulouse.
No. Okay, let's use this one. So great. So here it should be only Titan that is green. Yes. So here I can display again, but I don't have to do that. So now I will use TopCat to display. TopCat is a tool developed by the astronomy community. It stands for Tools for Operations on Catalog and Tables. It's really dedicated to tabular data. So whatever tabular data you have, you should be able to display it on that. And then we are going to send the full list of results. So here we have 1,430 results that we can send to TopCat using that yellow button here. So here it says that you want to connect. Yes, I want to connect. And then it's sending the data, and I have the data. So we have the same number of lines here. You can display the table itself here. So you have plenty of information that are in the table. You can display them, I think it's this one, yes, in 3D. So here, this is I select, I only one table, I select the longitude, so there is some, in EPL when you are in a postfix coordinate system, the first coordinate is the longitude, and then it's the latitude, so C1 and C2, and then I get the location of the profiles that I have in my database. Inverted, yes.
So you need to go to axis on the left.
Yes.
And then
Is it here?
in projection,
No,
yes,
yeah.
and you, yes.
Yes. So
So
these
this
are
is actually only.
these are real longitude. So I can even I can put some data value in the color of the field. So just to show you, what would be let's say the local time if we have it.
Time.
Yes, and I'll just increase it so you can see it. Yes. So you see that here some data have been recorded here in the afternoon local time, and those other at the night. So these are different illumination conditions, and you can easily see that from that. So then you can go back from and select. So here I just selected backend. One data sample, one data product. And when we send that data product as a table to TopCat, and TopCat receives that, and I can also display the data. So here this is the data. The various columns, you have access to the column headers like this. So there is a lot of description, name, unit, the type, some description of each column. Displayed very easily. So here I select that second table that I loaded. I put in the y-axis the altitude, let's say, and on the x-axis the windows of I don't remember what. It was the HC2. Just 50. So you could load other spectra and display them on top of. So this is a quite handy tool to. We showcase the fact that you can search, you can display metadata, you can work from the metadata table and from the data product themselves. You didn't in this use case. You don't have to download the data. Just and take care of the data format. Just send it from one tool to the other, and it's one click basically action. So it's very easy.
So I'm not familiar with the data, but there is a latitude and longitude in the name of the file.
For this one, yes.
So what does that mean? That's the center of it? Or is
So
that
this is the location of the profile.
Yeah. This profile is computed with the computation. And I'm not really a specialist on this one.
I just noticed that the fields don't have latitude or longitude. But the name,
No, the name has, because here I downloaded a product that is here, and in this table, there is the latitude. In the metadata table, there is the latitude and longitude. In the product itself, it's a simple, you could put that in the header of the file. It's just like here. It could be, maybe it is in the header actually. Here I have information on the header, and yes, I have that. In the header of the table file, which is the view table, you have a header section, and here I have the latitude and longitude. And actually, it's more accurate than the name. Here it's 87.8 instead of 58. Shall we try to?
And then each file is only individual profile.
Yeah.
So it is like it's
Do you think we can show the link with Lisa or not? Is it bad?
the link with pizza.
No, Lisa.
Bizarre.
Oh, pizza, yes, it should work. Yes.
Yeah. So which so I look for Mars data. So I have plenty of Mars data. So which one should I use? The Prism one?
That's for tomorrow, I think.
No,
Yeah.
Prism is more convenient.
Maybe the
Speaker. Oh no, because local. Try with Vex, in fact. Yes.
yes. Okay, let's do that. So as you see, we are in development. Okay, this one. So here we can take whichever.
Just look for the thumbnail.
Sunday, okay. The thumbnails are coming from Pizza.
Yes. And sometimes they are very small.
Yes.
Yeah, just keep your one and
So I select this and I send the footprint, this one,
selection.
the selection. Yeah. Okay. So here is loading a tool called Misa that is developed by people from FNES. So, here it should show somewhere,
That's the Magella mosaic behind.
I think, yes, it
Mhm.
looks like it is. And it should have selected.
I can cheat and find a good example.
Yes. I said it would be. I have better example in plasma physics, but it's really probably that one.
Now the point is that the footprint is probably there, but very small.
Yeah, that's what I think also. Let me show, well, so those are, let me show you various observation databases that we have. So this is observations from amateurs of planet. So we have also, so these are, as you can see, amateur images. They like to put text on their images, and we have the same kind of thing for if we go back. Let's go and we have Jupiter data. So that will be more plasma data. So we have radio amateurs that are observing Jupiter. And so here the same, we have data. So yeah, the quick looks should be updated. There are bits of it small here, but we have also data from them. We are working on that. We have this one that. So imaging and spectroscopy of oral physics. Yeah, I can probably try to send this data to Aladdin to show you how it works. A second example of interoperability. So this is an astronomy dedicated tool in astronomy, and here I can. So let's take. Okay, it's only spectra here. Let's go back. Jupiter images. So those are Hubble Space Telescope images of the Jovian aurora. So Let me display. So here there's only a limited set of columns that are displayed. I can display other columns. So let's display the file in the file format just to make sure that I'm loading what I want. So here it's a processed image in FITS format, which is the standard format for server. So here I can take that and display and send the image in what SAMP is doing. This protocol, the simple access, simple application messaging protocol, is just sending a message saying, I have a fixed image. Is there any tool connected that can display it? And Aladdin is answering yes. I can display fixed image, send me the link, and you get the link. You can display that and then play. This is not doing any projection, it's just for visualization. We have tutorial where you can, that was shown by Stefan this morning, when you can take the catalog of Quaker, for instance, and display it on Mars sphere, or catalog of Volcano, not on IO. So there are some tutorials where you can play on that. What could I? So did you find any nice examples for this?
With Lisa, yeah, go back to
Let's go back to the index. So Venus, any selection?
Yes, upside.
So Oxide
I
in.
don't have the upside down.
Okay.
Oh, yes. UID VI0025 underscore 07.
So that?
And that.
Yes, I have one window. Okay, so let's say it's on Venus and say it's yeah. Is it working for you?
On the other side.
Yes, that's good. It's not developed within your plan. We should try to do this tutorial with what Clara is doing. It would probably work better. But that could be something that we can try to do with the tools that are made by you guys to be able to do that operation, to send a footprint from the VESPA portal into your tool, and then we can so that we can see if it's corresponding to anything that I'm interested in.
Is that your CDN or is that something else?
Sorry?
That's a third thing. It's Misa is its own.
Misa is based on what? I don't know.
Oh, they wrote themselves, right? For GL.
I don't know.
Yes, development is JavaScript
Yeah.
and widget are based on XJS
Yes.
and jQuery, and it's always for GL.
Mhm.
Mhm. Okay, so we will tell them that it's not working. Okay, so any questions? Any wish? So implementing a connection with some on the online tool is quite easy. It's a JavaScript that you have to add there. There is a very small JavaScript library that we have. It's a few lines of configuration on the website, and I did it myself, not software engineer, so it's quite easy. At least I use it to send data for the page. I guess like receiving, there's probably no complication, but it's not difficult.
I guess for tomorrow we can talk about this, but
Yeah.
for things like QGIS, do we see that the VOs need to support QGIS, or do we need to add a VO added to QGIS to support protocols? You know what I mean? I mean, do we have to implement something in QGIS to support the protocols?
That's what is being done at the moment. There are some plugins that are using SAMP and other tools.
They're using SAMP protocol?
Yeah.
And
That's exactly the tutorial of Mika tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing that, well, when we started discussing about collecting GIS and the VO, basically the idea was what we do in the VO that could be useful for the GIS people, because this is the thing you said this morning. If it's not useful for the users, then don't bother. And even worse than that, if they see the protocol, then they will. So it has to be behind the scenes, and it has to be working without telephone. And yeah, this is the philosophy. Now, for instance, if the SAMP capability to send file data from one tool to the other without downloading and reloading data is something useful, then yes, you should use it. This is the EPN tab service would be, for instance, I think would be useful to have to advertise services or data products as a catalog. That would work this way, and this is how it's prepared in the Apple University. There are other protocols that are developed in the video, like Michael talked about the serial domination protocol. I'm not sure we have to try to implement all those protocols. They are not really useful or if you have already something that works. So we have to be careful for that.
So can you demonstrate at this stage? Doing this research and
this is the tutorial.
That's for tomorrow.
With Michael. Yeah. And he wrote it, and I'm not really.
It's feasible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's gonna be tomorrow.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. And we'll be able to play with it.
Yes. The other thing to talk about tomorrow is the PDFs. I mean, we don't have a good way to advertise data products, right?
Yeah.
The VO does.
But what about not the PDFs, but the OGC catalog?
I guess, do we need to go there?
Yeah, okay, no, not necessarily.
Or do we use VO protocols and then wrap
That's
VO with OGC?
that's what. Well, at the moment we are wrapping OGC within VO. That's more or less the point, and it's using a mix of WCS and WMS.
But how do we get PDFs to advertise VO?
Yeah.
But this is a discussion that we have with the engineering note, with CQs and that, and maybe so this is a really discussion that we have every year at the ITDA, and it's still open. When I discussed, I'm more, as I said, I'm more on the space physics side. In space physics, we have space, which is a registry and catalog for data products, and space missions and observatories and people, wherever is in the registry, but the thing is in the registry, the data. And so we were discussing with the third team, for instance, from the UCLA, from that group, to try to map that registry with the VO registry, and it works. We didn't implement it yet, but the mapping is quite easy to do because saying who is the author, who is the publisher, what is the title, this is common metadata that all catalog has. And then if it's science data, you have the start time, stop time, and frequency, and frequency, this is the same thing, the same information. So everything is there to map things, and we have this discussion with PBS4 people. With students, we do. And the idea would be that in the PBS4 metadata, there would be a local dictionary elements the VESPA keywords.
But this is good for tomorrow. I'd like to have
with PS4.
The PS4 and PDA. With that group, because I haven't
Yeah.
heard it,
Yeah.
and I think others would benefit. And is he a big mapper? I don't think he is. Or does he know what he does?
Steve
He
is,
does the information model,
he does the information work, but he's not a specialist of
but he's
any,
not a spatial
on any,
expert.
yeah.
But who do you have in the IPDA from the mapping side?
John Stein is doing some mapping.
From the PDS Geoscience node?
He's the chair of the APDA.
Is in Washington?
I work with him.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of discussions about, I guess I'm not part of ICDA, so I don't know the discussion.
Actually, there is no discussion between about GIS in the IPDA. It's really about PS4 mainly. There is discussion with interaction with VESPA. But
So GIS, I guess GIS is one thing, but the data catalog
yes,
is becoming more important.
yes. So as far as it is now, in IPDA they want to have a tool catalog, which is some sort of a web page. And I don't think that's the web page, but this is possible.
This is very PDS-free.
I don't say anything. I don't know about this OGC catalog. I don't know if it's something that can be theoretically, like there is some standard metadata to access that standard way. But if there is, I'm sure it's easy to make
Well, it
a
is.
connection.
I guess, again, we can call this for tomorrow. The problem is that it's it wants to be spatial enabled.
Yeah.
So if your data doesn't have spatial, it doesn't really fit in there.
Yes.
And so that's the problem.
Okay, I understand what you said. This is what Isa was mentioning also. But I think the problem is very much deeper than that. The problem is that, as she mentioned, there is absolutely nothing in the PDS or in any planetary science format which deals with how should the geographic data be presented to any tools or so any team has its own solution. And you can see that very easily from the PDS sets which are available. Each instrument has its own solution to provide the geometry data. What we've been doing on the 2Vertis instrument, and this is similar for Omega and Mars Express, and I think also for Prism, but I'm not sure, is that for each data cube, we have an associated geometry cube, which provides a footprint and the illumination condition
Per pixel.
for spectrum. But this is something we invented.
We have that.
For HSTs, they have something specific
This
also,
is something
which is to add the extra layers behind the image to provide the
progress. And this is made by the RPC. So for
No, this is much older. Gilbert was doing the same thing.
yeah, this is
15
something
years
that they
ago.
are doing, but it's not in the HST archive. This kind of
And
projection.
this is not a standard anyway. This is something that people made.
And I'd say I've heard a talk about rover data, and so for MSL or MSL CAM, they don't care about geometry. They just want to know the data. They don't care where they are. And so they have to backwards compute where they are. Another person does. So that's another problem.
From the other imaging experiments
Yeah.
to match them.
They have to, yeah, somebody else has to imply the geometry.
Okay.
And that's just another rover problem.
Is it going in the archive and the geometry? No.
It's in their interface.
So that's a data processing system, which is something. But yeah, my point of view was always that this is something really missing in the PDS, either 3 or 4. Be a major task in the
Yeah.
at least to propose possible solutions. And this is crazy. I mean, this is really a part of what makes access to space-bound data difficult. Not only have to write your own code to read the data, but you also have to read the documentation to understand where are the angles, where are the footprints, and then you need to fix your own routine to read them and grab them wherever they are, because they can be anywhere in the This is possibly better in PDF4. No guideline to tell.
Actually,
Just provide us with
I'm involved in the classification and in the classification now. What the coach of mission, JPL is just thinking, oh, very all this knowledge, in particular on the geometry, but all other instruments that are in the team that is funded, that work funded by NASA, and it's not going anywhere else than the lab, and maybe we shut the project, everything is lost. And so they are trying to get back all of this in JPL, but it's in the format that the team has built with. So there is no standard there. They just try to keep whatever is built.
Document it.
To document it and provide it to the community that as it is.
I think this is there is a similar situation on what it is.
Yeah.
But again, if it only allows a dozen points, is that enough? And it's not well known text, or it's not some standard.
Should be a limit.
Well, then, yeah,
If it's a
maybe
concept.
there should be a limit.
Yeah, well,
And so I would say, speaking to what we tried to use in the last 20 years, we use programs like Nexus to fix everything, which doesn't work now. Clunky. And so you expect users to learn Nexus to figure out where the data is, and it doesn't work today. And it just doesn't work. So I don't know.
I wanted to say something.
You can use multi-extension file. Multi-extension file.
Yeah, but this is what is okay.
Yeah, so you have a queue, and then you have a tabular data somewhere, and then you have another image with the.
But that could be a way to standardize it. So you have your image and several layers, and you decide that you do the job for each.
It will only work for me.
I don't know.
So and then you will face the same problem as IBO did, in fact, because you have to name things to be able to find it. You cannot decide the next layer will be latitude and the third one will be longitude. Because if you have extended pixels, you need more.
This is where the data modeling happens.
But you also just control your data.
Yes. Yeah, but then you have information. So.
Latitude is not needed because you can put inside it, there is a table projection already defined for spectral data. You can use it, and you have a standardized rate in like latitude and longitude. You have defined reference systems. So this is for latitude and longitude. And there is one visualizer, one only one.
No, come on, this only works if you have a projection. This only works if you have a projection.
No, tabular projection. This is the name of the projection. It's tabular projection. You can describe in a binary table that you can put as an extension in this file. You can describe a sparse list of latitude and longitude.
Independently for everything.
So I have one.
So this is similar to what we are doing for spectral cubes in PBS. I mean, we are providing the same information.
Yeah. So, but that's because I have translated a number of cubes with geometry information in a multi-extension file. And you have, this is really, it's easier to access the information in multi-extension file because you need to know the first one is there, the second is there, because there is software for that. And you can.
Is it already projected to your cube, or it's unprojected?
Unprojected.
Okay.
So but the problem is that until now, software usually the visualization software can't really support two-dimensional tab projection. But today, I can't remember the rest, sorry, no one will know about it, but they know how to display one-dimensional spectra with tab projection. So you can translate all the what I did with the negatives. You can translate your negatives in multi-extension files, having one extension for the spectrum cubes, one extension as a binary flavor for rapid prevention, and then if you want to put all the other extensions to your information, the interesting thing is that if you have just one line of calibration, for example, you can put this one as an extension, and you do not need to have all the raster. The image can have a different dimension with respect to the
so
cube.
this is a sort of structure.
Yeah, it's not hierarchical because it's not hierarchical, but it can help to easily access different extensions. Then you have
which is basically what we are doing in the other teams with different files. You're putting everything in the same file.
Yes.
And you have a general grammar details, is related to different.
But with this, it's easy because multi-extension files is a long format. It's already implemented in a lot of. And with the file, you can access the extension and the section of the images. And if you have fits, then you can implement cutout directly from the server, and then you can download only the parts you are using.
Okay, because you have direct access to a port. I understand your concern.
Well, I know people are working on it, I know there's too many ways to go, right?
Yeah.
So extension to QGIS or services or converters and so on.
If you want to go towards better interoperability, there should be some agreements. It's like one solution or two solutions are selected. Yeah, IPA could be the place to do that. That would be a good project. But
I think this is a major task for the inquiry.
yeah.
And this is written in the roadmap from the start.
Yes. But
I never had the impression that they were making any progress on this, probably because this is a very difficult.
there is no, in IPA, the way it works, there are projects every year that are either decided or continued or stopped. And there is one project that is PDAP, so the protocol that is developed maybe 5 years ago, something like that, geometry. So it's the geometry part of PDAP, but it's very limited. It's similar to the geometry keywords of EPN TAP. So it's the footprint, bounding blocks, and the illumination conditions, but for the full product, not for each pixel. And that's all. Maybe the distance with the target, but that's basically what they put there. So it's very limited. Going further is something else. It's not a project that they have to.
Okay, you're taking a short EPN data has nothing to do with that. Because you can describe either the cubes in general or individual.
I'm just saying that at IPA, they are dealing with geometry, but not the way we discussed now, in a more for the distribution for the research layer, not the display and the analysis layer.
Yeah, because it's two different things.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
good for processing. Then you can keep the PBS description for later. This is an interesting thing that you have to find just some mandatory keywords, and then it's flexible. So the data modeling is an archiving problem, but you can discuss that separately. But then for processing, it's really more comfortable to have the multi-function file than those of the other things.
This is your preferred solution. No, but I mean, this is only one solution among others.
So maybe
I think what is missing is at least guidelines. I don't want to talk about standards, but official guidelines. And I think this is not existing in PDAP because this was never developed. Yes.
and it's not in PDAP that it should exist. PDAP is just to share metadata and products.
I think that was the point when they started.
So next meeting is this July in Vienna in Berlin. So if there are people that want to participate and give this, that could be the next subject.
So Andrea and Mario, I think that you have some kind of in July. Yeah, it's in the agenda.
It's weekly, yes, we will put that into the
When?
Vienna. When I have to do it.
That's
1 July.
Okay.
This is 5th to 7th July.
We have another meeting in Prague.
In parallel.
In Vienna also, or? Yeah, so it could be handy. But yeah, we will propose to add that to the discussion. Then we'll have to find people in IPA to work on that.
So some of the bits of discussion of the first.
One thing that I want to say also with IPA is that there is the organization of the IPA, there is the steering committee, which is the representatives of the space agencies, and there is the technical establishment, which is basically twice the size. And so everybody is welcome to that. That would be very useful if you think that you want to do something there and that you want to talk with your space agencies and you think that you really want to push with that. That would be the place to at least ask to be part of the mailing list and then participate to working groups on that subject. That would be probably the good option.
So, to say that, maybe say a positive note on this, it's actually amazing how much better it is nowadays. Because we're having grassroots efforts to support JSON and well text and OGC stuff. So it's coming from the bottom up, not from the top down.
I think it's good.
And I think that's good. And so I think the hard part is understanding, okay, now we have all these JSON and service and JavaScript and CCM. How do those fit into impacting the P or IPA or
Actually, this is what our little letter for VESPA, this is what we did. Coming from outside, we need to push, saying that our solution is probably, has in some aspect, is more efficient than what you have. So maybe we should think about it. So this is what we propose, and now they are thinking about it.
Yeah,
so I think that this is probably the right way.
So it's amazing that we're seeing a lot of people working on the same thing, which is good. It's okay to have 10 applications sharing kind of the ideas and the services and the methods. And so, it's 10 years ago, there would be 10 completely independent solutions. Now we're figuring out that, oh, that's a good idea. I'll use that. I think that's good. Maybe 20 years.
So maybe if well, that's probably another discussion, but if we want to push something harder on IPDF or GIS, if we could that there is some presentations of GIS tools.
So I'll just, sorry, the only thing I know that's getting pushed into PDF for GIS is EML support, which no GIS user uses, but it's the only GIS format that's acceptable on PDF. And so there are some initiatives, but again, it's kind of we're trying to force something that a lot of people don't because it's asking.
I think that PDS has other constraints because they are an archive and so they have to set and build on things that are really solid for the game. So that's really the big difference compared to things that you can build very easily with the current things that the top-notch things that are very handy and useful. You know, in space physics, the CDF format, the ancient version of HDF and NCDF5, so it's from the 80s, something like that. They just accepted last year as an archive format. So it has to be, it's like space fiction. Technologies that are 10 years old now.
This is a different issue. On one end, you have the archiving things. On the other end, you have tools and methods to access the data from the other.
And that's why I think IPDA is that space, but not on the PDS modeling part, but on the tools to access the data. And then the discussion is, what do we need to add in the PDS so that those tools that are now that are useful for science can be.
But here's another point that what we're trying to tell NASA, the PSCI thing, is that it is not PDS, and it never will be. But yet we still have to spend a lot of money on it to make things usable for scientists today. So the PDS, we need to support it. It has to be there. It has to be solid. But it doesn't have to be
The only one.
the only one. We have to have both. And I think there's a paper coming out of PDS that has a whole page of what the PDS doesn't do, which is almost a good thing.
Yeah.
Because then the other group can say, we will do that. And I think NASA hears us and is willing to fund both sides. Before it was only willing to fund PDS. Now I think they're willing to fund PDS and things that make it useful. And again, it might last for 5 years. But we have to continue to fund the next thing. So I think there's a chance there. So I don't see PDS as we don't have to push everything into PDS, but we can try to make it better.
I think, yeah, what we can try to do is to make sure that things that are put in the PDS are enough in your science so that you don't have to do what Stefan is saying, that you have to read all the geometry and read all the keys every time to open the data set. This is something that, yeah, clearly you want to do.
In fact, this one is a PDS issue or something. But what is missing in the PDS 3 at least, and I'm interested on also 4, is that there is a concept of data product in the PDS for data, not for the geometry. Should be a typical data object related to geometry in several configurations, like for image or something. And that was always considered as ancillary data, and therefore something very not really essential. And you want to reconfigure yourself if you need.
It's 20 years ago. If you reimagine the Voyager era, because you are recording the raw telemetry, that's all. Because this is the only thing you cannot recompute. But now, when you try to go back to old Voyager data, I did that recently, that are not in high resolution in any archive. And you ask the engineers when they are sitting there, if there is any software, just bring you the bunch charts that they were using at that time. And then continue.
And I think that's kind of the point that.
So, but now there is we have the capabilities and the storage to do that. So we don't care about. We don't have to care about that. We have to put the means to do it.
So I think the one thing that as a community that we do a lot of is, so we're trying to make the PDS good, right? But we should try to limit how many services that we would create. And I don't mean applications. Applications are more the merrier. But I think the services we can try to limit. Because if I have 5 terabytes of JAXA data, then it should be accessible maybe in a couple places, but not 10. And I don't know how to and we're doing better at that too with WMSs and servers But I guess should NASA and should ESA try to figure out, okay, you guys are master of topography for Mars. And they make all this, and they have to provide this service, WMS and PM. Yeah, and then, okay, your facility, you're experts in real imagery. I mean, I don't know the solution, but. And
funding agencies are the touch from the space agency.
yeah, so it comes and goes.
ESA is not funding.
And the European Commission maybe not necessarily for the team.
Yeah.
We have no link, well, we have links with PSA because we talk to them, so there is no money link, and it's not possible actually. So
No, they cannot be included in your programs.
So they work on their own with us.
And
So it's a bit different.
Maybe fixed next 3 years.
But yeah, probably not an issue, but that's true that with the PISA, in the PSA stage, there is this interaction. Before that, there is very little interaction. Every space agency, the labs are funded by the national agencies. They are placed, and this is what the money is coming from. So that makes things easier. But doesn't mean that it can't happen. It's different. For instance, in space physics, the CDPP in Toulouse, the Plasma Physics Data Center, is recognized as a major space physics data center in the whole world.
but this is an exceptional situation.
Yeah,
Whenever we talk to CNRS, the first message we have is, you're scientists, you're in a lab, you should not care about archives and data sustainability. Not your job.
and if you talk with ESA, no country should pay for it, so nobody's paying for it.
I would almost say that I think for NASA, they understand,
Yeah,
they're starting to, it's still the same, but they're starting to understand that they not only have to fund PDS, they have to fund this other thing, whatever that is. I looked at it.
Well, this is more done by the European Commission.
Yes. In our case, yes.
In our case, and in similar case, I mean, IMAX was under the sort of phase, right?
No, I mean,
So they actually need to enroll, but they're not necessarily all. But there is the awareness that we think that will be funded.
And it has to be funded for a long time.
That's not a story.
that's right.
That's completely
That's
another story.
the problem, right?
Much. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody say anything?
Okay. Meanwhile, I think that it is very good. You survive until the end, and you didn't hit too much, although it's very comfortable that can pause here. We can have a photo. So if you don't mind, we can formally for the session in the live stream, right? Which is set up, and slowly go back. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Oh, Martis, your phone.